Well, on some cases, they do. Court calls the case People versus Salvatore Lorenzo.
Good morning, Your Honor. Sam Bernstein. Good morning, Your Honors. Sam Bernstein with and on behalf of Mr. Lorenzo.
Salvatore Lorenzo.
All right, very good. All right.
Your Honor, we've looked at the recommendation. Mr. Lorenzo has been very proactive in addressing the concerns that brought him here with the early intervention and seeking counseling, and that looks like it's reflected in the recommendation by Ms. Plara, so it certainly seems fair and appropriate. The only thing we're asking for and hoping for is if there's any consideration that the court can provide with the ultimate fines and costs, it would be super appreciated. Mr. Lorenzo is a working man, but of modest means, and it's a heavy chunk of his take home.
Sir, anything you want to tell me before I impose sentence?
I just want to reiterate that, my decision to drink and drive was reprehensible. I'd endangered a lot of people for no reason. And one basic moral tenet I hold is to be a giver, not a taker. I feel I have a long road to rectify that.
All right. The good thing is, if there is that you're here to say all that and realize it, right? Because it could have been very different.
Right.
Okay. Sentence of the court on count 1, 12 months probation. You are to pay $855 fines and court costs, $100 prosecution recovery cost, $100 police agency recovery costs, $360 probation oversight fees. There's going to be $555 additional that I'm going to assess on count 2. How are you intending on getting that paid, sir?
I could do a payment plan. I get paid on Fridays.
Every Friday, or you get paid every other Friday?
I get paid every Friday for my first job and every other Friday for my second job.
Okay. All right. So how would you like to start this payment plan? I'll work with you, but
yeah, it would take me a couple months to pay, more than a couple months to pay the entirety. I could pay maybe $150 this Friday.
Okay. So you pay $150 on the 14th. All right. And then with your other bills and everything, is every other Friday then every 2 weeks? Would that be?
Yeah, I could do every 2 weeks, $150.
All right. 150 every 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do it that way. $150 every other week. All right, until paid in full. There should be no use of alcohol, recreational marijuana, or any illegal substance. You'll be subject to random testing as requested by probation. You're to complete the early intervention program, which you already have done, and that is completed. You continue individual therapy with proof to probation. Provide proof of the victim's impact panel attendance to probation. That has also been done and is completed. I'll continue the sober link for an additional 30 days in lieu of 3 days in jail. I'll order 93 days in jail. Credit 2, the balance is suspended. On count 2, the attempted R&O, 12 months probation, $555 fines and costs. That will be paid pursuant to the payment plan we just worked out. So all of that's encompassed in there. No assaultive or threatening behavior. No assaultive, threatening, or intimidating behavior. There's to be no possession of weapons, firearms, ammunition, or anything fashioned to be a weapon. You're to comply with all of the terms as set forth in count 1 that I laid out. I'll order 365 days in jail. Credit 2, the balance is suspended. All right, sir. Thank you. I do. There it is. So, so I know Jay, but if somebody comes back and yells at me, court calls case People versus Charles Peters.
Ready, Your Honor. Good morning, Your Honor. James Fifelski appearing on behalf of Mr. Peters, approaching. Please state your name.
Charles Peters.
Mr. Peters and I have reviewed the assessment and the probation recommendation. There are no omissions that I'm aware of. I would ask the court to adopt the recommendation from probation. I'll just note that Mr. Peters, he did complete the victim impact panel November 8th. He's got a receipt to show Ms. Ballara. He also has been enrolled in the Dawn Farm Intensive Outpatient Program, had his first meeting yesterday. So that's all been positive. His parents are here. They've been very supportive. And this has been right over here.
Oh, they're there. Okay.
An opportunity for Mr. Peters to go even deeper in learning and growing and understanding more about recovery and how important it is to be aware of oneself and also take the opportunity as a positive step forward. And I think he's done that. He's been compliant with the court's orders and is prepared to pay the fines and costs off, I believe, today.
Okay. All right. Is there anything you want to say before I impose that?
Yes, Your Honor, that I'm deeply ashamed and remorseful for my actions, that I'm loving the support and community I'm finding in recovery, and I will never let this grossly irresponsible action happen again.
Court does acknowledge this is not a serious misdemeanor as defined by statute. However, it does believe there are reasonable grounds to depart from the presumption of a non-probationary sentence. Specifically, the alcohol screening and assessment identifies the benefit of intensive outpatient treatment, attendance at AA meetings, and continued abstinence from all intoxicants. Therefore, the court will follow the recommendation of probation for a probationary sentence with the stated rehabilitative goals to promote change, prevent recidivism, and to monitor compliance of recommended treatment. So therefore, the sentence of the court place you on probation for a period of 18 months. You're to pay $855 fines and court costs, $100 prosecution recovery costs, $100 police agency recovery costs, $540 probation oversight fees. That is to be paid today.
Yes, Your Honor.
There should be no use of alcohol, recreational marijuana, or any illegal substance. You'll be subject to random testing as requested by probation. You're to complete an intensive outpatient treatment program, including all aftercare recommendations with status reports to probation. You are to attend 2 AA meetings per week with monthly verification to probation. You're to provide proof of victims impact panel attendance to probation, which I understand you have.
Yes, sir.
All right. I will continue the sober link for an additional 30 days in lieu of 4 days in jail. Order 90 days in jail. Credit 1. The balance is suspended. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
All right.
Court does call the case of the people versus Michael Burke.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Pate on behalf of Mr. Burke, who appears via Zoom. Mr. Burke, can you please unmute, turn on your camera, and state your name for the court?
Not here.
Your Honor,
You look confused.
I do. I don't have an explanation for his failure to appear, and frankly, that does very much surprise me. Would Your Honor consider passing the matter so I could text him?
Really?
It'll be the only time I ask this today, I promise.
Today, right?
It's a promise I think
She made it very clear. So this is my one request today.
Yes. I think it's a promise I can, today. I think I can stick to this promise today. I think that's the word I'm looking for. Stick to it, uphold my promise. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for.